pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible.
So we should close that door, I guess. Is that another?
I get it.
Oh, thank you. Obviously, all three of us are here. I'm going to introduce Michelle. She's new to our committee as well as a new alderman. So welcome. Thank you. Bernie and myself. So we're all here, Kim.
Got it. Thank you.
All right. So because Michelle's new, Bernie, I'm going to have you read the motions when I. Let's get you, so let me get my stuff ready. Okay, the first item on our agenda is the approval of our minutes. A special virtual meeting that was held on September 1st, 2021. Things are all discombobulated as usual.
Do you want me to sit over there with you? You can read
No,
mine.
it's okay. It's just, I'm gonna go by the ones that Teresa did because, yeah, you could, she put it in order. I reviewed the email, so go ahead. You could do the motion.
Approval of the,
No, you move.
oh,
I already did that part. So you
so
said,
moved.
no, you read the move to waive.
Oh, sorry about that. You can tell we all know, we're all rolling in the same direction up
Yeah,
there.
no, do you have it? It's the second page.
Moved to waive the reading of the approval of the minutes of the special public health and safety meeting of November 3rd, 2021.
Second.
So moved and seconded. Motion, any discussion? Motion carries. New business is the planning, health and safety meeting to be governed by Robert's Rules of Order. We all know that. We are abiding by that continuously. Go ahead, Bernie.
Moved that all public health and safety committee meetings shall be conducted under the, excuse me, under and governed by parliamentary procedure as defined by Robert's Rules of Order.
A second.
So moved and seconded. Any discussion? Motion carries. The second new business is with regard to a street light request on pole 5016 and pole 5017. And I just realized that Mark isn't here. Did Teresa let him know that we were moving our meeting to 6? Tim?
I don't know.
All right, so that's I can't handle, I can't answer that. The other new business, we're tabling the speeding on Rolling Brook Road because the constituent is not available. So I'm just reviewing the old information that, I'm sorry, what?
Are we gonna table 2 also?
Yeah, I guess so, because Mark's not here.
Ah, there he is.
Hey,
Perfect time.
that's a walk-in.
We're going to sit up there.
You can, either way, because they
Anywhere you
did set the microphones. You don't have to come up if you don't want. You could just sit
How do
there.
we read these?
So,
You're the chairman of the board.
I am.
Congratulations.
No, thanks. I'll pass this down.
This is just that one,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and this one we're actually tabling because she's not gonna be here till January, so you should we,
Look at it, just look at it. This is what we're dealing
all right.
So far, things are smooth.
Broken glass.
This is the one we'll table.
Right.
Still have it, so keep it the next one.
Yeah.
You're a good man.
We're training class, just got over.
Sorry, I just was saying I wasn't sure if you knew the meeting got changed to 6.
Yes, I was in training class at the police station.
Oh,
That's why I'm
okay,
late.
all right. So, actually, I guess we're gonna have to back up on item 2.2. The new business, Mark, we had a streetlight request on pole 5016 and 5017 at 22 Sanford Drive.
No, two streetlights?
Yeah, I'll read the email that we got.
I think it's on the, I think I spoke to this one
You did?
maybe about a month ago.
Okay, and you hear me? Because I usually don't.
I can hear
Okay, I have a loud mouth. So, yeah, she sent an email. Was her name Nancy?
I forget what her name is. I have it written down on my desk.
I have, yes, it is. Kim, do you want me to read the email or can you just put it in the record?
I can have it in the record.
Okay, it's basically a concern that they're elderly, and there's no illumination on that particular area. And they were asking for a light on those specific poles. I know nothing about whether they have lighting on their home, and you probably went out and.
I haven't yet, but I
Oh,
will.
not
I
yet,
will.
okay.
Yep.
All right, so, her name is Nancy and Howard Bailey. Does that sound familiar?
Doesn't ring a bell.
All right.
But I'll stop by, we'll go over it. I'll look at the past
Do
history.
you want me to forward the email to you? Because I
Yeah.
thought I didn't.
That'd be
think it
great.
was- Okay,
I'll check the calls of service up there, any crash data, see what the issue is.
yeah, the issue, it sounds more like the personal issues with them getting older and it's very dark. So again, I don't know if they have lighting, motion lighting, I have no idea. She didn't include any of that in the email that was
Okay.
forwarded to
All right.
me. Okay. And old business, you could give a status update on the Rolling Brook, but we are tabling it because the constituent isn't
Well,
here, so I just,
Last month, I moved the box to a different location facing the opposite direction.
which they
In-
were
in
asked
front
you
of
to do.
Right. So you open the paper up on the second page. You see where I highlighted the.
Good, it's like, I've been up since 3 a.m, I'm ready for bed. Did I give you mine by mistake?
Do you need one?
Yeah, sorry.
No leaning over the stage.
I know, I have, like, you two can take care
That
of
would be
it.
the icing on the cake.
Well, we have people here to take care of her.
Oh, God, yeah, okay, I see that. All
Made
right,
for
so
TV.
you wanna go over that, all right, so when you moved it,
I moved it, and as you can see, the average speed, the 85 percentile of the speed is 31 miles an hour.
yeah, so
If you look through the maximum, there's a couple high ones.
74.
Right, that's crazy. But 85% of the people who are traveling that way, they're averaging 31 miles an hour.
All right, so we'll,
So they're talking, the complaint was it's a cut through. Right. You know,
I know, I guess we'll have to table it because she wants to be here in person to talk to you.
right, they were talking about speed bumps or speed humps and things. Well, that's above my,
But I believe, Rolling Brook, isn't that a curvy road?
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can't.
There's a
do-
straight part and then it curves,
It's like an S curve at the end.
right, toward Metal
So
Arch.
there's a safety
Yeah, what
issue.
again,
with
is it
those.
not, they always change the name, it's a Capital Metal Art, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
And
Any,
they want speed bumps?
They wanted speed
Well,
bumps.
they talked about speed bumps and
Humps.
humps,
Bumps, yeah.
but you just, you know,
I checked with the city engineer on that,
on this road,
yeah,
so we're,
and
go ahead.
his general comment on that was to put speed humps there, particularly on the S area. He said it'd be nearly impossible because it wouldn't be safe in bad weather if it was snowing or whatever.
right,
One, the plows would rip, or could break the speed humps because of plowing on an angle.
right.
But he said if they didn't, when you hit the speed hump, you can lift the back of the car on a slippery or icy road and
Right.
those and lose
Yeah.
control of the car, which would put the city in jeopardy then too.
Okay, so let's table this because we're gonna have to
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about
You know,
it
how-
in January.
How many do you put in? Where do you put them? In
It's gonna-
between those humps, are they gonna speed up?
Yeah.
Now, there's another problem.
Yeah, do you have enough?
You
like,
know,
leeway
how much
for
do they cost?
loading?
Yeah, there's a lot, there's gonna be a lot of discussion, I'm sure. Her name is Kristen and she
Right.
unfortunately had to work late and asked if she would
Right.
table it and I said if we would. Any update on the old business, Forum Avenue,
Nothing at
Mill
all.
Street?
Nothing.
Nothing,
no.
okay, so,
Can I ask for a little background on that?
the sergeant could answer that, you could
I-
read
I-
the minutes.
Foreman,
I would recommend you read our old minutes, so you
Yeah.
can
This
catch up on
started
things.
about a year ago, probably. This lady came up and had her car hit. She lives down the street on Corn, just below Hill, between Hill and Cornell. And she was up in arms that somebody got her speeding there because her car got hit. Now all of a
remember
sudden
that.
it took off, and we do have crashes there. But it seems like a lot of the crashes are when cars coming up Hill Street
Right.
onto Corn. They don't realize, or they look, because a lot of our crashes on intersections, people look and they say they look and they didn't see the car coming.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know, they talked about a four-way stop. Well,
Oh.
I'm not crazy about a four-way stop there. And our last crash was in September there.
Major crash or
No,
minor?
it was just a crash, right? But it was somebody coming up Hill Street and looking both ways, not seeing anyone and crossing over and got.
So can there be a flashlight warning program? I mean, I
How do
don't,
you, what do
We
you, how many,
talked about
how
this
many signs,
before.
there are signs on either side of Corn, cross traffic does not stop.
yeah. But maybe that could be blinking lights around it. I don't know. Yeah, I know you know that area probably.
Oh, Myrtle is.
Well, Myrtle, the same thing. I have the same signs on Myrtle.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do?
And you can't put a stop.
You're not gonna
going
put a
up and down
four-way
that
on
hill.
Myrtle, and I don't think you're gonna put a four-way on Corman Hill. So I don't know what the answer is.
Well, personal responsibility is the
A
answer.
little,
That's the
you're
part.
absolutely right. Get the nail on the head.
Yeah, it's personal responsibility.
Everybody has to go back to traffic school.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so still a work in progress. You're still looking into signage is what we have down as. the status.
Sign everywhere, sign.
I know, after a while, they start to ignore that as well.
Right, they do.
The status updates from the police department, 4.1A, there's no items. Reports of the emergency services. 5.1, police services. 5.2 EMS. Okay. I have any questions about the police citation list that's in your folder?
No, I looked it over. I didn't see anything where it was an issue.
So I just want to comment, I know we're kudos to the EMS and the training that's going to start. And I was happy to hear that they're going to train EMTs to become paramedics. Just kind of something I read and that's interesting and kudos to them about that. I'm having trouble with the way this is because I'm used to doing my little thing. So this first meeting is kind of a little.
I have a question.
Sure.
When will that paramedic training be taking place?
It starts January 12th, and it's a 20-month program. It's in partnership with Yale and Bridgeport Hospital.
Yeah, great.
Which it's amazing. It's a really great resource locally here for us. So
Will it be evening training classes or?
it's actually 2 evenings and every other Saturday. So it's going to be a 20-month program. So it takes some time. It's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of hours, a lot of work and
Oh, yeah.
19 people. So that's pretty impressive. New
I think that's
members.
really neat. Very good.
Yeah, thank you. And we just actually opened it up to 24. So
Oh, wow.
we've had such an overwhelming response. We're trying to accommodate a few extra students.
Are you able to expand if you need to in St. Joe's?
Yeah, so we luckily, we have the whole school at this point in time. So the second floor is going to be the paramedic suite. So
Nice.
the goal is to hopefully get a lot of kids when they're interested at 16, kind of come in, they may want to volunteer, become EMTs, they start off. And if they decide they want to carry on with their studies, they can advance to upstairs and take the paramedic program. Thanks.
Very good.
And did you review anything about the equipment update? Do you have any questions? Any questions you want to address?
It's all new to me.
Okay. Just so you know, the agenda is emailed to you with. all
Yeah,
the
no, I did
information.
review
So-
it. It's just
So
all new.
we try and review it ahead of time. So if you
Yeah.
have questions, you can bring them to the meeting.
Yep.
as opposed to reading it while you're here. 5.3 is fire services. Let's see. You want to talk about that, or you have a lot of stuff going on with your apparatus?
Well, it's a report that I send to the Board of Fire Commissioners too, so it's a monthly report on trucks that were out for service for routine maintenance or other maintenance. Ladder 47 remains out of service. That's probably going to be out of service for another couple months.
Okay,
A couple months ago, we came to the Board of Aldermen requesting some funds
I remember that.
for some repairs. So those repairs are happening. Everyone blames COVID on parts being slowed down, so a lot of it's the supply chain and trying to ship parts from the Midwest out to here to the repair shop. We will probably be revisiting the board for some extra funds.
I figured you were gonna say that.
Yeah, for the second round of parts and labor that have to be completed. So it's being done in stages. Just mainly because of the availability of parts right now. So the first stage is pretty much completed. So we've made those vendors whole, and now we're awaiting the next stage.
Okay, great.
Got a couple other capital improvement projects that will be bringing forth to administration and moving on to the board. And after the new year, for some possible staff vehicles, some fire gear, and replacement hose and nozzles. So last year during 2020, we kind of skipped that year.
Yeah,
And so it'll be catch-up time
okay,
on some of those projects from last year. It's mostly the routine stuff that we've been to the Board of Aldermen every other year for anyways, so
okay, great.
nothing earth shattering.
Well, thanks, and I just wanted mainly for Michelle to be familiar with what we do, and they bring up status updates and tell us what's going on, and you know, then they come to the Board of Aldermen for the funding, things like that. So,
Can I ask any questions?
yeah, you can ask a question, yeah.
What percentage of the fleet is out of service right now?
So right now, just one of the ladder trucks is out of service. Yeah, everything else is returned to service. And on a daily basis, we have, our weekly basis, trucks are in for preventive maintenance.
Mhm.
So those are, 1 or 2 days in or out of service, but, just the ladder 47 right now. Everything else is in service.
Thanks.
Thank you. And 5.5, Office of Emergency Management. Do you have any updates? I see the management report. Comment on anything else? Nothing? Did I miss 5.3? No,
We just had the fire marshal that's in.
yeah, it's just not, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. And I look for a motion to adjourn.
I motion for adjournment.
Second.
There you go.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thanks.
Better than Noreen.
We're off the air.
No.
Oh, you're in trouble now.